early on, and then I thought as it went on, we didn't play as well in the second half.
Sean,
Go ahead.
Sean, how do you get other people involved besides Alvin? Is that just kind of the way the Packers were playing tonight, or was he just kind of that big part of the game plan?
Well, look, we ended up getting a lot of deep zone coverage, and there were a ton of plays in for instance, Emmanuel, but sometimes, look, a lot of it's predicated on the look that you're getting. You'd like to be able to go in and say, hey, he's going to have X amount of touches, whether it's Latavius, whether it's a tight end or another receiver, but that's kind of how it unfolded. So I'll look at the third down numbers. I thought got a little bit better in the second half, and yet they still weren't good enough. We had some critical opportunities that we let slip by offensively, and in the end we couldn't keep pace with the numbers that they were putting up.
Is not having Mike part of that? It just does that change what y'all want to do and how teams are playing you?
Look, I think no, I mean, we got a lot of coverage tonight, so that usually comes with Mike. They were without Devontae. Both teams were without two really good defensive tackles, two really good receivers. That's just that's the NFL.
I mean, why do you think you guys couldn't keep pace?
We just finished talking about it. We didn't convert some third downs. We struggled to get off the field on some of the third downs. That's my take before looking at the tape, but we didn't do enough of the little things well.
Sean, were you planning on rotating Ruiz in before Andres went down? It's on come in earlier for Nick.
Yeah.
Sean, some of these late pass interference penalties, I'm specifically talking about the one that occurred late in last week's game and then the two late in this game. Do you look at that as, hey, this is teachable, I can fix it, or is it?
Well, look, it has to be corrected. In other words, we jump off sides and allow him a free play on third down when all week long we talk about discipline, cadence. It's third and this is a great opportunity for us to get off the field and force him to kick a field goal. Then when you get a free play like that, you throw it up and the play gets extended and it becomes difficult on the cornerback. But yeah, right now we're leading the league in those calls.
Those are the kind of things you probably specifically look at that drive you crazy when you go to look at the film with the rest of the team. I mean, you tell your team all the time, you got to be in there mentally, and I'm sure you maybe use that as an example or things like that.
Is that a question, or you? I mean,
it was a bad rambling question. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's a number of frustrating things that I'm sure we'll see on tape.
Sean, the big pass to Lazard, the 72-yarder. Did you see what happened on that before watching the film?
Yeah, look, it's a safeties play. We're in quarters coverage. It's third down. I think it's 3rd and 10. It wasn't very good.
How close to game time were y'all deciding that Onyemata and Marcus couldn't go?
I think, look, as we approached today, I think we felt Marcus was going to be ready. We felt like next week, and hopeful David is as well. We'll keep you guys posted, but we did what was best for this game.
Sean, you always talk every year about you got to start over every year. It's a new year. Do you feel like your team's sort of struggling to find an identity early on?
Well,
something to hang a hat on?
Yeah, yeah, to some degree. I mean, you're frustrated as a coach because that starts with us, and we've got to do a better job. We've got to, get ready to play a better game against Detroit. That's our industry. We're 1-2 right now, and it's been a while since we've felt that, and yet 3 years ago we were 0-2. So, a little bit of a gut check, and yet we're not playing well enough. Let's not fool ourselves. We're making too many mistakes, and we're not playing disciplined enough on both sides of the ball, and that's really just the truth.
Sean, obviously, Taysom's fumble turned out to be the turning point. Just in hindsight, what were your thoughts going into that call, and how uncharacteristic was that? What happened there?
Yeah, look, it was a tough break, tough play. It's a give read. We have a chance for a big play, and we'll leave it at that. Certainly, he works his butt off like all. It's just more of a technique thing. So if we have to look at how much, but that was, we had just stopped him on the 4th down play, and so we got the ball in real good field position. We have a chance to make something of it, and unfortunately we didn't.
Sean, what makes those bootlegs they run so hard to defend?
That's a good question. They shouldn't be that difficult, but we made them look hard, didn't we? All right, thank you guys.